Hi everyone, I'm Alice. Today's video is a short introduction to the difference between the chest and head voice. Today's video is for female singers. I will do one later on for male singers, but today's video is for female singers. Male singers can join in with the exercises, but just do them an octave lower if you want to. So I hope you enjoy today's lesson. So we're going to start with the chest part of the voice, and we're just going to speak the sound like a gorilla. Try for me. Have a go. Okay, it might feel quite strange, but it's going to be this kind of Tarzan-y, gorilla-y quality. You might feel it resonate in this chest space, and that's why it's called the chest voice. Elongate that sound. Okay, so my voice is a low female voice. Yours might be a bit higher in pitch. That's fine, as long as you're feeling this nice open-throated feeling of the chest voice. Let's extend it a bit more. So we're doing this kind of wave. So there, you have your chest voice. As you slide between those sounds, between those notes, we want to make sure that the jaw is hanging down and back. Now, one postural thing I want you to be aware of is the knees. I don't want the knees to be locked back. I want them to be able to bounce up and down. So as you do this sound, try bouncing. Locked knees can cause a lot of problems, including breathiness. So really work hard to make sure that they're buoyant and flexible and able to move around when you're singing. Okay, so that's a little introduction to the chest voice. We'll now move on to the head voice. Okay, so we're going to start with this kind of cuckoo sound, okay? So we're just going to say cuckoo, 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 cuckoo. Try that for me. Cuckoo, 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 cuckoo. Have an experiment and see if you can have that free, pressure-free, easy coo, coo sound. Try a little coo, coo for me. Coo, 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 coo. Now what you might feel is that feels to you, for some people, they might feel it feels very feeble and light and a weak kind of sound. And that can put people off, but I don't want you to let that put you off. This sound can be built and changed into lots of different sound qualities, but it is essential that we're able to access it, okay? So try some further pitches now. Try for me. Coo, 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 coo. Coo, 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 coo. Coo, 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 coo. Good. I'm not so concerned that you match my exact pitch. I'm more concerned that you're experiencing this pressure-free, light part of the high part of your register. Coo, 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 coo. Coo, 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 coo. Good. We're going to do some on some pitches now. And I'm going to add a few technical things that I want you to remember. First of all, those knees, I still want them to be unlocked, buoyant, able to bounce, able to move, not locked back, very important. Okay, next, I want you to have your ears aligned over the shoulders with a nice natural curve in the neck, but tall in the spine, okay? I want the jaw to be hanging down and back, and the tongue, very importantly, in that NG position. So remember, in another video, the NG tongue, that I did the NG sound. The NG is when we say sing. If you say for me, sing. And the tongue tip will be behind the bottom teeth, and the back of the tongue will be touching the top molars. We're going to keep it in that NG place as we say the cuckoo up in arpeggio, okay? Monitor the jaw with a finger here. The jaw doesn't need to anything, it can just hang down and back. Right, we're going to move up a little bit. Good. Now, I want you to monitor one other thing. We're going to go and do that again, exactly what we just did. And this time you're going to monitor the tongue under here. So, it seems strange to say tongue when it's on the outside, right? But we're going to put the thumb underneath the chin here, in this soft bit underneath the chin. Just place the thumb there gently. And just feel if that area gets hard as you go up. So even I, just on that last little D, I felt a tiny movement in the tongue, suggesting that the tongue was trying to grab a little bit there. Let's do it again. If you felt a grab, remember to keep that tongue in the NG position that I talked about a second ago. And also try to lift these cheekbones a little bit if you can. Ooh, give me a little pout. Ooh. And have an experiment, okay? So what you might be noticing is that as you go up, the jaw is changing and gripping, and that's something we want to gradually undo. You might be noticing that the tongue is getting hard under here, suggesting tongue tension, okay? So we want to remember to keep that tongue in the NG position and also keep the cheekbones lifted, woo, 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 okay? And you might notice that your posture changes or your head comes forward, and that's why I say keep the ears over the shoulders, because that neck's trying to grab. And those things will prevent you from accessing your head voice properly. So keep working to undo them. This head voice will help you to access your full range if you develop this, and it will also help you to remain vocally healthy, particularly important for professionals who are working on the West End stage. Keep working on these tiny sounds that will feel feeble to you. They're really vitally important for good vocal health. So I hope you've enjoyed today's lesson. Please email any questions to freeyourtruevoice@gmail.com. Check out my website www.alicedeville.net, and please subscribe if you want more free singing lessons. So thanks for watching. See you soon.